Everybody on their feet for a Houston welcome, Nathalie Emmanuel!
Because I could not be bothered to deal with the humidity.
Oh no, girl.
Smart.
I mean, curly girls, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, so now you can live here. You get it. You understand what it's like to be a woman in Houston. So we have to start, y'all. Can we just have a moment of silence? Right? Y'all watched, right? I'm not spoiling anything. Y'all watched.
I mean, if you haven't watched it by now, like, why are you here?
Right.
It's been like a week.
I kept kind of phoning my agent. I was very out of work at this time. And I kept like phoning my agent being like, there's this show, and she had never heard of it. She thought I was like, it's got like dragons. And like, she was like, this sounds ridiculous. And then I sort of said like, you know, if there's ever anything that I'm right for, I want to go in for it. And, you know, truth be told, like, there's not many people that look like me on Game of Thrones. And so I was like, I know that's unlikely. And then I saw a breakdown that said, you know, 18 to 25, non-white actress. I was like, that's me.
Yeah.
I can do that. I can do that. That's me. And I'll be honest, I felt like she was mine from the second I saw that.
Well,
and,
clearly.
Yeah.
What was the read like for you to go in there?
To be honest, it was quite terrifying because, like, when you love a show and then you audition for it, you're like, the pressure's just even more. And I really studied, did my homework, and also they said, oh no, we just want your natural accent. And I was like, cool. But like, because I'm a nerd and I started reading the books, and I was like, she's from somewhere else. Like, she might have an accent. She might have something. So I just like prepared the same scene in a slight accent. I don't even know what the accent was. It just sounded like I was speaking English with an accent. And so I phoned my agent and I was like, are you sure they don't want an accent? And she said, no, they absolutely said natural accent is fine. And I was like, okay, cool. And I get into the audition and they asked me to do a bloody accent. And I was prepared. I was like,
it's mine.
And I was like, okay, girl, this is your moment. And so I just did it, and then I left, and I just put it out of my head because I thought, don't obsess about this because you'll drive yourself crazy. And I went back to my life and to my job, and I just got on with it. And for 5 weeks, I didn't hear anything. I just
5 weeks?
5 weeks, yeah.
The longest 5 weeks ever.
But to be honest with you, when you're auditioning, like, if you don't hear anything within like a few days even, just to say, oh, you've got a call back, or you've, you know,
right,
like, you've not got it, or if you don't hear anything, you just assume it's gone away, which happens all the time. And yeah, so I just thought it'd gone away. And then I got a phone call. I was coming home from doing shopping, and I had like all my groceries like in like holding about 7 bags. And then my agent phones, and I'm like, hi. She's like, you got it? And I was like, I'd been up for like a commercial or something, and I was like, oh cool, like just completely not realizing she was talking about Game of Thrones. And she was like, no, you got Game of Thrones. And I like just dropped everything. I like cried.
Oh my god!
I broke the jam jar. I was like, oh god, you know. And then,
nobody needs jam anymore when you're on Game of Thrones.
Who cares about jam? We don't. So yeah, and it was like the best feeling ever, because you know, like, it's hard when you love acting, you love being a creative person, and
right,
you're not getting to do that. It really can hit your self-esteem really hard. So the fact that I'd been successful at an audition was, first of all, like, amazing.
And I think that's really important too to understand, is that as an actress, I mean, it's very subjective. Like you said, when you looked at what the bullet points were for who this character was, well, I may or may not fit, but this looks like it's gonna fit. It's very subjective.
Yeah. And you know, they saw so many people.
Yeah.
They don't mess about when it comes to casting. Me and Nicole casting are just like incredible. They really do, like, they don't just cast anybody. So the fact that they were like, we want you, I was like that's amazing.
So we were watching watching, and the crowd was watching a lot of these like outtakes and bloopers before you came on. And
I was very distracted. I kind of saw bits of it as I was.
it was so cool. How do you? I mean, talk to us about that, because we're watching, we're fanning, we forget about the outtakes and that you actually forget lines or something funny happens. I mean, what is that like to work with that group of people?
It's so hard. Like, I have to kind of declare that I am not good. If people are laughing, I will laugh. Like, there is no, like, I'm not this, like, actor that's like, I'm just in it, I'm serious, I'm like, if you start laughing, I'm gonna laugh. Like, I'm not that strong, and that's just who I am, I'm sorry. It's just been lovely. It's written by Mindy Kaling, who's Queen.
She is, yes.
Yeah, and it's an amazing show to be part of. We have such a lovely cast, and then also another Fast and Furious, I think, is coming.
Yes.
So
very cool.